Good morning, gang. Happy Thursday morning. Okay. Remember last November, we had an election, right? And the American public overwhelmingly told the Democrats, we don't like what you're offering. You're not offering anything. We want to go in a different direction. We're done with being governed by morons, by the Walking Dead, Joe Biden. And so we decided to elect Donald Trump. We decided to give control of the Senate over to the GOP because the people wanted a different path forward. The two biggest issues that were on Americans' minds were the economy and the invasion of illegals that we had. Okay. No doubt that's what got Donald Trump elected. He had a plan for both of them. The Democrats were just like, hey, we'll do more of the same. We'll continue, our economic policies, and we'll continue importing the world's wretched refuse. So we changed. And here we are, a week short of Trump being in the White House for 100 days. And I say the 100 days because in 100 days, or each 100 days, we add about $1 trillion to the national debt, which affects all of us, okay? We all know this is a slippery slope with a catastrophe ahead of us. We all know that this debt is unsustainable, that eventually everything is going to fall apart. Hence the reason we all do what we do. Prepare ourselves economically and militarily, if you will. I mean, you're buying weapons, doing whatever to protect yourself because we know this place is going to go berserk. But we've known this for decades, that it's getting worse and worse and worse. And there wasn't a single president, there wasn't a single congressman who had the balls to do anything other than bitch about it. In comes Donald Trump and says, okay, I'm going to try something. We hope it works, but we're not sure. But it was better than the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. So we're going to try to do something different. And of course, at this point, you have the left going completely insane. All right. You saw the trip down to El Salvador by Senator Van Hollen, that, the Margarita Gate, if you will. Now we've got 4 more that went down there. One who's saying, I'm not leaving El Salvador until he comes with me. And as I said the other night, I hope you enjoy El Salvadoran food because you ain't coming home anytime soon. Okay. Now, but the Democrats have now chosen their hill to die on. And we are just in the beginnings of starting to hear rumblings about 2026. Yeah, okay. I mean, 18 months from now, we got another election, right? And it's now time we're going to start seeing Democrats run for the hill. We're going to see Republicans run for the hill too, because, oh my God, they're going to call out the corruption. I mean, Dick Durbin decided he was going to retire yesterday. Thank God. If there's any man who personifies his first name, it's Dick Durbin. Okay. But it's time to do something different. And the Democrats have chosen the hill they're going to die on is we need to go back to Biden policies on immigration and Biden policies on the economy. And we're going to go all over the news, radio, cable TV, and we're going to say what a terrible job Donald Trump has done. I'm not going to say, me, I'm not going to say everything Trump has done I agree with. I mean, I'm still going to ask these questions. It's almost 100 days. Where are the Epstein files? Why haven't we seen a single politician arrested for corruption yet? You know, you finally got Bob Menendez about a year ago. Okay, you know, gee, when you find gold bars stuffed in his wall, that was a good thing, but that wasn't even under Trump. There's some things I don't like. I'm not a particular fan about him playing both sides of the fence with Palestine. Okay. The flip-flopping, tariffs on China, no tariffs on China, tariffs on China, no tariffs on China. Okay. I'm not a fan of all this sort of stuff. But what I'm not going to accept whatsoever, and I behoove everybody to share this one, okay, is flat out lies trying to scare the public. Tuesday evening, Representative Dan Goldman, a Democrat from New York, decided to go on MSNBC. Okay, yeah, say what you will. I mean, this is why I found it on Tuesday, because it's now Thursday and MSNBC has such viewership that nobody even knew about it till 2 days later. Went on Nicole Wallace's show, you know, another one of those, I've been playing in the blonde hair dye way too much, and decided to say this.
Part of it is what you showed at the beginning, which is Congresswoman Ansari going on Laura Ingraham on Fox News. I try to get on Fox News every week. I have difficulty doing it.
Who do you call? Where do you want to go?
I'll go on any show. I think it's really important for us to talk to other people from other viewpoints. And I don't like the fact that networks are selective as to what party they will put on. And it's important for us to talk to Fox News and other people and Joe Rogan and anyone where people are interested and engaged and want to know the facts. I'm game to go on there, because this isn't about MS-13. It's not about terrorism. They're just wrong about that. This is political for them. They're trying to distract from the absolutely disastrous economic policies and tariffs that Donald Trump has implemented, that is increasing prices, increasing inflation, tanking the stock market, and sending us directly into a recession because all businesses are retrenching and are not spending any money and are laying off employees. So,
yes, he actually said all this. TDS is real. My favorite part was when he said, I've been trying to get on Fox News because I want people to know the facts. Okay, Congressman, let's discuss the facts, right? You know, you wanted to start out by saying this is political for them. They want to talk about Trump's disastrous economic policies and tariffs that we've increased, that Donald Trump has implemented, that is increasing prices. Okay, let's talk about facts. Inauguration Day, a dozen eggs were $6.55. Today, they are $3.13. Doesn't sound like an increase to me. No, but that's one thing. Gas was $3.11. It's now $3.15. Okay, I'll give you the gas prices are up 4 cents. This is, oh my God, terrible. Okay. Let's talk about mortgage rates. On Inauguration Day, a 30-year mortgage was 7.07%. Today, it's 7.037%. So down about 0.03%. But down. Not any big move, but we don't have any great increases in prices. Gee, sorry, Mr. Goldman, I think you're wrong in that part, okay? He wanted to talk about, or quoted, about increased inflation. Well, let's take a look at the CPI numbers. Got to go with the official ones, right? Okay, got to have something to compare. On Inauguration Day, CPI, inflation, was at 3.0%. Now we are at 2.4%. That doesn't seem to be increasing. He wanted to talk about tanking the stock market. Okay, since 2025, the Dow Jones is down 6.9%. Okay, that's not even a correction. That's a blip. Sure, look at this week. We've had a 1,000-point down day. We've had a 1,000-point up day. We've had volatility, but we haven't tanked the stock market. Down 6.9% is nothing, all right, to speak of. Sending us directly into a recession because all businesses are retrenching and not spending any money and are laying off employees. Mr. Goldman, would we like to talk about the facts on this one? In 2025, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, in the private sector, companies laying off. The government is not officially a company, okay? It's Rothschild Inc., but yes. There have been 254,497 layoffs in corporate America. So according to Bureau of Labor Statistics. Also, according to Bureau of Labor Statistics, there have been 460,000 jobs created. So yeah, that would be a net increase in jobs of a little more than 200,000 jobs. Now, what kind of jobs they are? Gee, I don't know. You got laid off as a software engineer, but we're digging more coal? I don't know. How did Barack Obama put it? Maybe go learn a code? Gee, I'm sorry. Maybe the job you had wasn't that necessary for the company. It's why you were laid off. They didn't lay off the people they needed. They laid off the people that were redundant. Okay? So yeah, Congressman, you're all wet. You want to go on Fox to give out the facts? Why don't you start on MSNBC giving out the facts? Though Nicole Wallace doesn't believe in facts either, so God knows she probably wouldn't have listened to him. But the big one, of course, we all look at is the tariff thing. Oh my God, the tariffs are going to destroy our economy, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Let's take a look at this. This is the daily Treasury statement. It's put out, okay? They don't balance the checkbook, but they at least put it. Look what is highlighted here, okay? Customs and certain excise taxes. Basically, this is the money that is taken in by customs for imported goods. Take a look at the number today. Nearly $12 billion in one day in tariffs coming in. For the month to date, just 3 weeks in, we were at $16 billion. We took in 3/4 of the month's revenue in one day. Well, that must be just an outlier. Right now, yeah, it is. Another way to put it is, it's just the beginning. These tariffs just went into effect in the last week? We weren't collecting them beforehand. You start looking at the far end, year to date, fiscal year to date, that goes back to October 1st. We've taken in $68 billion. So we took in about 18% of our year to date revenue in one day. This is what everybody keeps saying. We're going to have some short-term pain before we get to the long-term pleasure. But when the Democrats are out flat out lying about what's going on, about all the pain we are in, prices are down, inflation's down, mortgage rates are down, the stock market is down, okay? Although, like I said, not significantly. Gas prices are down. Jobs are up. Please tell me what I'm supposed to be so upset about. If I listen to the talking heads on the news, oh my God, the sky is falling. If I actually go look at the statistical facts, and numbers are hard facts, okay? Everything they're saying is a lie. But then again, Dan Goldman's a congressman. He's a Democrat congressman. If Democrat congressmen are talking, they're lying. Pinball out.